You know, I spend most of my time shooting cheap, budget-level fiberglass bows, and it's easy to forget what a quality handmade laminate wood bow can do and what it feels like. And tell you what, I'll say it right away, the Raptor from Simon's Bow Company is perhaps one of the most comfortable bows I've shot. For those who don't know, Simon's Bow Company is a company run by Simon who makes bows. Before going into the bow itself, Simon makes the point that he is a very sustainable person. The woods that he uses are sourced from responsible sources, so he avoids tropical woods. He uses mostly European fast-growing woods. He even makes a point that the bubble wrap in his packaging is recycled plastic, and the machines that he uses are powered by wind energy. So well done, Simon. The bow we have here is the Raptor. The Raptor is Simon's flagship bow. It is, I think, the only bow he makes and sells on his website. There's a black Raptor, a brown Raptor, and there's custom Raptors. So this is quite a special bow. I felt quite privileged to have this sent to me. I normally get sent fairly cheap budget level bows, which might be fiberglass or simple woods, but this one is particularly luxurious. So I'm very thankful for Simon for sending this to me, and it's been an absolute great pleasure to shoot. But let's talk more about what the bow is. I'm not exactly sure what bow type it is. I've been told it is based off a tartar design, but it might incorporate features from different Asiatic bows. Plus there are some modern innovations which really make it comfortable to use. In terms of the materials, the bow is made from a layer of bare pore glass along with a stable core that's cross-woven fiberglass as well as action bamboo. And as I said before, Simon is a very hands-on person. He makes these bows himself, so he dries the bamboo to make sure it's perfect. The glues are applied at an extreme temperature of about 100 degrees Celsius with special epoxy. And the purpose of this is to make it more flexible in hot temperatures, and that in turn should make it less susceptible to delamination, especially in hot countries, and Australia is definitely a hot country. The wood you see here is imitation Palisander Santos, and you can see the layers of the bow here. So visually this is an extremely eye-catching bow. I did tell Simon that I wanted something eye-catching for the channel, so the black looked good, but that layer of wood, that dyed wood, looks so nice. The moment you take it out of the sleeve, it just looks like a bow you want to use. So it looks fantastic, definitely a luxury feel to it. You can see even from the limb tip the quality of the craftsmanship. The contours are smoothed out, there are no sharp edges. Even where the string is notched onto the limb tip, there are no sharp edges, which means there's no chance of abrasion. Sometimes you come across limb tips which do have sharp edges, which might cause some cuts on the string. This seems pretty much perfect. The black layers are beautiful. I know many people, including myself, love the natural wood colors, but the black here is just so nice. It's so consistent. The finish is so good that there's almost no flaws in the bow. So it looks amazing. If you move down to the Arapass, it's made from rayskin, one of my favorite materials for Arapasses. It's very durable, doesn't really wear out, so it's nicely positioned. But the best part has to be the grip. It's a nice cushy leather. It's not too stiff, not too soft, but this absolutely makes a huge difference when using the bow. I wouldn't say it's exactly historical, but it doesn't matter. This is a luxury bow made in modern times, and the way that it fits in the hand, it's so nice. Grips make and break a bow sometimes, and you know, often with really badly made grips you might find yourself getting a lot of blisters. With this grip, when I shoot with it, I don't feel the impact. There's no shock. It's absorbed so well, and I don't feel any blisters form my hands. So I can grip it quite tightly, and especially when you're shooting Eastern style and using methods like Hatra, you tend to grip the bow quite tightly, and you don't really feel it with this bow. It feels like you're just holding it and you're squeezing it, and it's a tight grip, but you're not like feeling the strain because you don't feel the shock and you don't feel the bow being uncontrolled in your hand. And I think it's one of the subtle things about this bow is that the grip makes it so comfortable to use. This particular bow is rated 45 pound at 28 inches, which is roughly what I draw at my thumb draw length. The draw is surprisingly consistent. It feels more like a longbow than a recurve in some ways. So when you start the draw, it's the same feeling all the way through. So instead of feeling hard and easy or easy and hard, it feels the same throughout the entire draw. So if you go through a whole shot process, surprisingly perhaps, it's very consistent. Like I said, the bow is so easy to control. The draw is consistent. The balance is very good. The grip is super comfortable. And the bow naturally wants to kind of push forward when you execute a shot. So I find a forward hard thrust more natural with this sort of bow. Very fun. And you can hear before, it just comes up so nicely. Again, the grip, the arrow pass, the draw, everything is so smooth that it's a pleasure to shoot. And it's not the kind of bow which you want to speed shoot or do that sort of thing with. I find that using this bow, I want to take my time, appreciate the bow and its craftsmanship, not rush through and throw it around. This is definitely one of those quality bows which you want to use on a good day. It's so nice. Oh, beautiful. It just comes out so well. Nice. Oh, and like I said, it's the kind of draw where you feel like you have control. You keep on going through the shot and it goes off, and that's really good design. Well, I'm really happy with the bow. I've had a few shots with it the last few weeks and months, and it's been such a pleasure to use this. So I don't really have many of these bows. Actually, no, I do have a lot of these bows, but not these high quality handmade ones. Oh, it feels good. It's so responsive. Again, that snap, the feedback, it feels like the bow which you can definitely grow and learn with. I mean, a lot of us learn with like cheaper, lighter bows, but like this is a bow which rewards good technique. And it feels so good. Oh, that's a nice oomph. Overall thoughts on Simon's Raptor. This is an excellent bow, no doubt about that. This is one of those bows which I would put on the mid to high end. Compared to most bows you would get, this is almost what you say a luxury bow. You can definitely get bows for much cheaper which will function just as fine. But in terms of splurging a bit more, spending a bit more money on a quality handmade bow, the Raptor is definitely impressive. I know many people get into archery with the budget level bows, but if you get one of these and you bring it to the range where everybody's using AF bows or Alibi bows or top archery bows, this is quite a flex. I think anyone who gets a chance to use one will be amazed how comfortable it feels. Definitely something which is almost underappreciated, and not many people know about Simon's Bow Company. I know those who frequent the Asiatic archery scene may have heard of it, but I think this is definitely the kind of bow which more people would be impressed by. And if you are thinking of upgrading from your budget level fiberglass Asiatic bow and you want to get something a bit more worthy of hanging your wall and taking on a good day, I think Simon's Raptor is definitely worth looking at. So my final thought is that of all the Asiatic bows which I shoot using a thumb draw, Simon's Raptor definitely takes the place as the most comfortable bow I've used. Anyway, I hope you found this review interesting and helpful. Special thanks to Simon for sending me this bow. It's a very special bow, I really do appreciate it. The sort of bow which honestly has reinvigorated my passion for doing Asiatic archery, and just the bow you want to use. So hopefully, if you have a chance to get one of these or try one of these, you find the same satisfaction I did. And hopefully I'll see you around next time.